Have you ever sent someone a message and instantly regretted it? Or worse, got silence back? In this video, I'm giving you 7 texts that don't just get a reply, they build real attraction and leave the other person thinking about you long after the conversation has ended without even knowing why. If you're tired of ghosting, lukewarm responses, or endless dead-end conversations, you could be one message away from going from being someone they kinda like to someone they cannot stop thinking about. The texts in this video are not generic. They are specifically designed to create tension, spark desire, and leave the other person wanting more of you. Because attraction isn't just luck, it's language. And the words you send over text can matter more than you think. I'm also excited to see your reaction to text number 5, because the last time I gave this one, it got a lot of people riled up, but they're wrong. The bottom line is, if you've ever wondered what to say to keep someone hooked, this is your video. And if you want more videos like this, sharp, insightful, occasionally inappropriate, subscribe. You have my word, I will always do my very best not to waste your time. And if you are already subscribed, thank you. You are the reason this community exists. It's important in a video like this to come back to the practical side of dating. Over the last 10 years, I would say my work has evolved into deeper conversations around healing, mental health, and transforming the patterns that keep us stuck in love and life. But as much as confidence in ourselves matters, so does competence in creating attraction. Some of the texts I'm giving you today are new. Some are updated versions of my greatest hits, but all are taken from years of seeing what actually works in the real world. Also, you are such a beautifully diverse community at this point that you will see these texts delivered in a few different dynamics: straight couples, gay couples, and different emphasis depending on whether they're coming from masculine or feminine energy. So let's dive in. Our first text is the date setup. This text is great for initiating a date without being the one to actually plan it. Let's say you've been speaking with someone, having fun and flirty exchanges, but now you want them to actually ask you out instead of just texting back and forth forever. The text goes like this. Let's say that they've been making you laugh in the last few texts. You then say, LOL, are you as funny in person as you are in text? Now they may reply with something like, you'll have to tell me. You can then reply to that message by saying, no problem, you tell me when. This is a great message because it sets up the meet in person conversation, but in a natural and easygoing way. It also still allows them to be the one who sets up the date, which makes this a great message for someone who wants to be pursued, allowing someone else to be the one to take charge and set up the date, while still being able to be proactive in initiating the date. So this is a great example of how letting someone else take charge in certain moments doesn't have to be at odds with you being in the driver's seat in your own love life. Here's why this builds attraction and leaves them wanting more. You've created playful tension, and you've positioned yourself as someone who, while expecting to be pursued to some degree, also knows how to flirt without pressure. Our second text is the cheeky follow-up. This text is perfect for flirting after a date. Let's say you grab drinks with someone, then both of you went your separate ways for the night. Now, a lot of people might say something like, did you get home okay? Or, I hope you had fun tonight. And those are fine, there's nothing wrong with them. But what I'm about to show you, way more fun. You text, I hope you managed to enjoy the rest of your night without me. And then a little smirky emoji. Now, this text could be sent by anyone to anyone. The word managed is what makes it for me. It's playfully bold, as if to say, wasn't your night clearly better when I was in it? This could also be adapted for a daytime text, of course. I hope you managed to enjoy the rest of your day without me. But I love how self-assured this message is. It shows the value of being a little playfully and harmlessly cocky, and the role that this kind of confidence plays in flirting and creating attraction. It demonstrates that you assume you brought value, which is so much more powerful than validation seeking. And it leaves them wanting more because it shows you have a little edge in a good way. See, it's really important in dating to be able to demonstrate sincerity, but too much sincerity too often, and we come across as impossibly and boringly earnest. I've always said that what most of us want in our love lives is a good human with a little bit of edge. Text number 3, the desire reaction text. Now, this is a great text for when someone sends you a compliment by text. Maybe they commented on a picture you posted, or how they've not stopped thinking about you since the other night. Instead of just saying, thanks, that's sweet, you say, making me blush in public over here. And you put a little blushy face. Now, I would say this one leans more towards a feminine energy. It's adorable, it's visual, you're painting a picture. It's also kind of hot. You're letting them know that their words have an effect on you. There's something sexy for a man or anyone who adheres to a more masculine energy to know that they are making someone blush. And I use the word sexy intentionally here. Had you just said, "Oh, thank you so much," you would be using platonic language. But this is not the language of attraction. The language of attraction is what I call desire language, which is what this text, making me blush in public over here, does. You're taking it into the realm of sexual chemistry, and the emoji is a cute way to add to that visual. Why does this build attraction? Because it isn't just you saying, "I liked when you said that." It gives them an experience. And the part that leaves them wanting more is the added element of saying "in public." It makes it even more fun because there's this playful element of not wanting to blush in front of others, but being made to do it involuntarily. This almost creates the subtext of a game, of you not wanting to blush and them consequently making you want to blush even more. They see your response and suddenly they want to make you blush again. By the way, you're probably thinking, I love these texts, but what do I say the next time they text me something confusing? Or what if I need help with the conversation I'm in right now? That is exactly why I created Matthew AI. It is like having me in your pocket 24/7. You can ask it anything from, what does this message mean? To, what should I say back? Or, am I overthinking this? And it gives you real-time, personalized advice based on everything I've taught over the last 2 decades. It is incredibly affordable, it is discreet, and it is insanely helpful. It gives you a level of tailored, contextual advice that previously was only ever available to people I worked with one-on-one. The great news is you can try Matthew AI out for free right now at askmh.com. You can even select your own native language from the drop-down menu if you want to hear me speaking Spanish, Mandarin, Croatian, or any other language that would amuse you. If you like it, you can join Matthew AI Unlimited so that it is by your side anytime you need. So try it out. It is honestly remarkable, and it has helped over 100,000 users at this point. So I feel confident it will do the same for you. Text number 4 for building attraction and leaving them wanting more is the cute bid for affection. Now, this is great for when you want to show your adorable side. I used to have a message that I gave out to people that was both flirtatious and cute. You would send it after watching or listening to something a little bit scary. The original message went like this. My friend just made me watch Insidious. I need a cuddle. Don't you just want to squeeze the person who said that? It's sweet, it's affectionate, but it's not intense or sexual. It makes the other person feel protective of you while making you look adorable. Not in a way that says, I'm helpless, just in a way that says, you're the one I want comfort from right now. It's safe to say that this would typically work well for women or people coming from a feminine energy. But even for those with a more stereotypically masculine energy, it can work in a different way by using it to be cute and serve as what I call a unique pairing, playfully contrasting this side of you with your more masculine traits. Though what I might say instead in that case is, just watched Insidious. Not ashamed to admit I could have used you to hide under the covers with. But if we look at this in the more typically feminine role, this text works really well for building attraction by igniting the protective instinct in the person you send it to. And it's a compliment to them that they are the one you reached out to, albeit in a non-serious way, to feel safe. All right, we have arrived at text number 5. Brace yourselves. This one is called the Reluctant Mind Takeover. This one is one of my favorites, no matter how many people fight me on it. You've been on a second or a third date. There's heat. There's chemistry. Here's what you can send. And it differs a little whether it's coming from a man or a woman. If you're a guy, you text this. I keep thinking about you and it's annoying me. Eye roll emoji. If you're a woman, you can soften it and say, I keep thinking about you and last night. It's annoying. Little smirk emoji. Now, whichever of these two messages you send, they are both vulnerable and confident at the same time, which is great for attraction. You're being self-aware and a little bit self-deprecating, but you're also showing that you're not afraid of the other person's reaction to you admitting that you keep thinking about them. Now, some people hear this and say, why would I tell someone that I like that they're annoying me? That feels rude. These people don't know how to flirt. Kidding. You can't flirt by taking yourself so seriously all of the time. We have to be willing to play, or you'll never engage in the kind of fun communication pattern breaks that create sparks. It's about having a little spice here and there. Flirting does not live in the realm of constantly playing it safe, nor does it live in the realm of being literal all of the time. Being stuck in nice mode does not create desire. Besides, the emojis at the end soften it and give away your real meaning. So can we just relax, everybody?
You're the one who's using intensity cam. It's true.
The bottom line is that this text both builds attraction and leaves them wanting more. It begs for a response. It shows that they got under your skin and that you kind of hate it. That emotional friction, that's what makes them want more. Text number 6, the hot callback. Now this is great for complimenting them while also creating tension. We're going to pick back up on a concept we've already talked about today, desire language. Now here we use it for a callback to something that's already happened. You reference something they did, but instead of saying that was sweet or that was nice, you say that was hot. You take something ordinary and you make it sexy. For example, ladies, you could say, I just remembered when you opened the car door for me last night. That was hot. But this can be flipped in all sorts of other directions. Me and my wife Audrey were once in a retro arcade bar in Osaka, Japan, which is a cool sentence, and we spent about 45 minutes playing multiplayer GoldenEye. Remember GoldenEye, millennials? Now, something happened that I would never have expected in a million years. She destroyed me. I finished humbled, bewildered, and mildly aroused. Now, let's say that we were on date 2 at the time. I could have texted her the next day and said, just remembered when you beat me at GoldenEye last night. That was hot. That is flirtation. It's also funny. And the reason this builds attraction is because it makes the other person feel seen and admired in a way that's playful, specific, and charged. Text number 7, the confidence smackdown. Now this is great for when you want to respond to someone who reaches out after a couple of days of being off the radar. This definitely isn't the best name I could have come up with for this text, but I just really wanted to say that while my team threw up some kind of wrestling graphic or picture in the background. Now imagine someone's been quiet, a little inconsistent. Then they show up with, thinking of you. Some people might melt. They'd say, I've been thinking of you too. But if they've been flaky, that's a little too generous, wouldn't you say? Instead, they say thinking of you, and you say, well, obviously, chef's kiss. I mean, especially if they've been a bit quiet. What this says is that you've been unaffected, you're just doing your thing, and that it completely makes sense to you that they would have been thinking of you because you're awesome. It also avoids validating someone's behavior of going a bit cold by instantly replying with something like, I've been thinking of you too, which might be appropriate for someone who has been attentive and consistent, but a little too rewarding of inconsistency for someone who hasn't. It's short, it's sweet, it's confident, and it resets the power dynamic beautifully. Now, here's why this builds attraction and leaves them wanting more. It signals that you are not sitting by your phone and that you expect to be thought of, but you're not going to keep thinking about someone who doesn't put in more effort. These texts may seem small, but they create moments, and attraction is built in moments. If you want more of it, as well as more respect and investment from people in dating, language matters. I hope this video proved that, if nothing else. And if you want to continue to build your competence as well as your confidence in dating, try MATHEW AI. It's there when you need it, and it's made to help you feel clear, calm, and confident every step of the way. Instead of sitting there overthinking a message, doubting yourself, or second guessing what it all means, have me in your pocket so that I can help you write messages anytime you need, 24/7. Like I said, you can try it for free at askmh.com, and it's pretty addictive, just like you will be if you follow its advice. And if you're already using MATHEW AI, then tell me a cool or even surprising way it has helped you.